what's up, guys? Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got some NBA picks for you for today's slate on January 2nd, Thursday. No football tonight. I hope that we're not wrong about that. I believe we don't have football till Saturday. So
I looked it up. It says Saturday, so.
Okay. I've double checked it like 3 times, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be so bummed if we somehow missed it. But yeah, I think we just have basketball tonight. So we've got 4 plays for you. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop us a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like the video if you appreciate our show. Let's talk about the recap. Guys, I've been in the muck. I had another 2 picks that did not hit. And let's see, Tristan Da Silva, he totally let me down. He went for 9 RA essentially. Went last I had checked, he was 0 of 6 from the field. So he had a terrible outing. Don't like that pick in hindsight. But Russell Westbrook, I mean, like, I could look at the Da Silva pick and say like, probably not a good read. As far as like, yeah, I mean, like, he's a little volatile right now. I was thinking Detroit, but anyways, he didn't hit. But Russell Westbrook, I don't regret taking this play over 5.5 rebounds. He's been killing it on the boards lately, and he had a big game. I believe he had like 11 assists. He got plenty of minutes. He just didn't happen to cash the boards. It was a high-scoring game, 139 to 120. So he balled out. The ball didn't bounce his way. I guess he wasn't in there to grab boards. But Jordy got the sweep again. So how'd your plays do? What did you have?
It ended up working out. I took, let's see here. I took Colin Sexton over 1.5 threes. He had 4. He cashed that in the first half. And Josh Hart, we took him over 1.5 free throws made. I meant to mention his rebounds and assists last night too, but I forgot. Just been a little bit crazy getting everything back on track here, but I was going to mention his RA, which he ended up hitting, which was disappointing that I forgot to mention it, but he hit his free throws as well. He went for 2. He had an and one like right at the end of the first half, and then he just got it done in the fourth quarter, so ended up working out. That was a closer game than I expected. It was definitely not a blowout by any means.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, guys, I've been cold lately. I've been having a little bit of trouble just getting good reads on basketball in general. Still trying to get in the green here, but don't be afraid to fade me. You know, like you guys don't have to take every pick. Jordy's been in the zone, so I was just telling him, I'm like, people can fade my picks while I'm cold. Like, there's going to be times where your reads feel solid and then they don't come through. You guys have to make the decision at the end of the day. I'm breaking all this down for you. If you decide to put a play in your lineup, that's your choice. You're basing it off of what I'm explaining, and you obviously agree if you throw it in my line or in your lineup. So all I'm saying is, like, I have admittedly have been cold lately, and I'm not like trying to like whine about it or anything. I'm just saying, like, some of the comments, it's like, you guys make your own decisions. Like, you take our information, you decide what you want to do. While I'm cold, you know, maybe tail Jordy and wait for me to get some wins before you start tailing my picks. But I'm still showing you guys what I'm playing. So I just want to let you guys know, like, you don't have to, these aren't a package thing. This is 2 different people showing you the plays they like. So you don't have to take all of them. But that being said, I do feel good about these plays. We'll see if I can get out of the mud here.
Yeah, but I went 0-4 on the Sunday video before you got back. So it's like sometimes you dip into lulls and then you heat up. I've been on sprees just like this where Russo is cashing for $1,600 in a night, and I'm sitting over here looking at an empty wallet. So it's like, it happens, you know. It's a defeating feeling sometimes, but it definitely happens. That's the nature of the game we play. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that the majority of our viewers know that. This is just to like the trolls that want to get in the comment section and whine.
Yeah,
but
the wine bags.
But I mean, I'm playing. I mean, like, I had these plays and more slips than I probably should have. I probably overextended myself on Tristan Da Silva last night, but you know, it's the way it goes sometimes. And, you know, even like the best shooters in the NBA go through cold streaks, and you just got to keep shooting. I'm not saying that I'm the equivalent of like a pro athlete at doing this. I'm just saying, like, there's going to be times like that. You got to expect it. If you can't handle that, you shouldn't be playing, just bottom line. So anyways, don't be afraid to fade me, guys. Wait until I get hot again. But that being said, if you do like these plays, feel free to tail. Before we get into the plays, I just want to shout out our official partners, Better, Underdog, and Parlay Play. If you use code BACKDOOR at any of those platforms, they're going to hook you up. I go through this every video, but I got to mention it. They're our partners. Parlay Play is going to give you 100% deposit match up to $100 plus a $5 promo slip. Plus you get a month in our premium Discord. Just email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com and we will hook you up with a full month in the Discord for using our code over at Parlay Play. Just make sure you put that code in, because if you don't, you won't be able to get the free month. And then for Better, you're going to get a $200 deposit match plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip when you use code BACKDOOR. And for Underdog, you're going to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. All these platforms are running different discounts, different promos. I just had a no sweat play added to my Better account that I used yesterday. And Underdog's been running, boosts and bonuses and stuff. So there's goodies on all these platforms. It's good to diversify. I have a perfect example of it today. Let's talk about these plays. So the two plays I'm going with today, try to get out of the muck, is Austin Reeves over 31 PRA. Had this at 30.5. It bumped up to 31 as we were putting things together. So on Prize Picks, it's at 31. I'm still taking it over. Go with your gut though. And for my other play on Prize Picks, it's going to be Anthony Edwards over 5.5 rebounds. This one keeps leaving and coming back. It keeps adjusting, but it's been sitting here for a minute now, still at 5.5. So I've got it locked in. My plays are a little bit different on different platforms, all the way down to Better. We're getting the best value. Austin Reeves is only 28.5. PRA on Better. So I've already got that locked in. I made a 6-man with it, but I'm going to run the 2-man too, just to track my picks. But getting it all the way down at 28.5 on Better. But I'm comfortable with even the 31. I think he's going to go over that. Dude's been absolutely hot. I'll break it all down in a minute. But other than that, that's the range of plays that I'm getting across all platforms. Anthony Edwards is consistently 5.5 rebounds on all 4 of the platforms that we're covering. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so for me, I'm taking the other white dude for the Lakers. I'm taking Dalton Connect for over his first half PRA. I do like the full PRA for both of these guys, so don't come crying to me. You can take both the full PRAs. I like them both. That's why I'm taking the first halves on both of these. But I do like the full PRA. I'm going to be playing those on other platforms myself. I've already got it locked in on Better. But Dalton Connect over his first half, 6.5 PRA. This is so low. And Brook Lopez, for as hot as he's been lately, this is super low. 8.5 first half PRA. We're getting their full PRAs on other platforms at 12.5 for Connect and 16.5 for Brook. Awesome lines for both of those guys. So taking both of those.
Awesome. Yeah, I was telling Jordy when I built out that 6-man on Better, because I was like, Austin Reeves 28.5, that's so low compared to other platforms. I want to hurry up and lock this in, so I built out a 6-man. I actually threw that Dalton Connect PRA in there as well before he told me about his pick. Okay. Feeling good about it. So let's talk about the plays. We'll get into the details here. So Anthony Edwards over 5.5 rebounds. I like him to be able to get this done. He's cashed this in 4 out of his last 5 games. And the game that he missed that against Houston, he still went for 5. So he was knocking on the door. If we look at the matchup, it is Boston. I know they're a little bit tough, but he's been grinding lately. So I'm rolling with it. You don't have to take it. But the matchup, not that scary, but a little bit above average, 10th in rebounds allowed to shooting guards, and then overall 18th. So a little bit below average overall. But I like him to be able to get this done. Last time he matched up against them, he actually every time he's matched up against them, he's gotten this done. He's gone for 9, 6, and 9. Last time he played Boston. These were the latest one was just late November of 2024. So I feel good about him getting at least 6 boards tonight. We've got Jaylen Brown game time decision and Porzingis game time decision. Nothing of note on the Timberwolves side of things. Let's see if we have a note from Outlier. Yeah, they're just letting us know. Not only has he done this in 5 straight games, he's also done this 5 straight games at home. He's averaging 6.6 rebounds a game at an 80% clip. So yeah, feeling good about this. Let's go off of the insight here and just go to the last 5. So over this 5-game stretch, he's averaging 10 rebound chances per game, 36.8 minutes per game. So consistent minutes. It's Anthony Edwards. We know he's going to get his minutes, but he plays really clean. He's gotten on his teammates before about like not getting into foul trouble. I kind of like that leadership in him, just calling out his teammates, you know, telling them to clean things up, don't foul as much. And he's kind of like living what he's preaching, you know, 1.6 fouls per game. On knocking on the door of 40 minutes per game. So yeah, I'm feeling good about this one. This feels like the type of play that hopefully can get me back in the green here. If we take a look at daily grind, they've got this one favored to go over. It's not super juiced, but they like it to go over. It's at a 51.23% odds to hit the over, minus 123. And there's a little bit of mixed emotions. There are some platforms that are favoring it to the under, like FanDuel and DraftKings. They're favoring it under. But other than that, we've got mostly, you know, not super juiced, some as high as 139, but a lot of mid 120s is what we're getting. They also like his points rebounds. They actually like that a little bit more if you'd rather take that. 30.5. They have it at a 51.55% odds to hit the over, minus 125. And then, yeah, that's, you know, a couple of options there for Anthony Edwards if you don't want to take the rebounds alone. They like his points rebounds as well. Now, Austin Reeves, who has just turned things on since late 2024, and I mean, like, absolutely just opened the floodgates. We're getting this at 31. Like I said, it was at 30.5, but he's been on an absolute tear these last 3 games, gone for 46, 48, and 54. He's got a great matchup against Portland, 26th in points allowed, 25th in rebounds allowed, and 22nd in assists allowed, all to shooting guards, which is the position he plays for the Lakers, averaging 38 minutes a game. 11.3 rebound chances per game, and then 16 potential assists, and I mean 1.6 fouls, same as Anthony Edwards, not getting in foul trouble, shooting 49% from the field right now on 15.8 attempts per game, and 37% from beyond the arc on 6 attempts. So he's averaging about 2.2 made threes per game right now. So yeah, because this is popped up so recently, we can see something significant has changed with his role and his minutes. So Outlier does have a note. If you're afraid to take this, he's failed to exceed this. They've got a little note here. He's failed to exceed this in 13 of his last 17 games. But we know that those 3 straight are when he's been popping off. And I'm kind of believing what we're seeing here. The only thing I think that would maybe keep us from something like this, if it's just an absolute blowout, and his minutes aren't that great, but this is the last game in the window. It's at 10:40 Eastern, and it's a 223.5 over under, and they do expect the Lakers to win. They have it at a 9.5 point spread, so kind of knocking on the door of this could turn to a blowout. So if you're worried about that, just fade it. But they're playing in Los Angeles, and that's another reason why I also liked Jordy's pick for Dalton Connect. If it does turn into a blowout, I think Dalton Connect will get even more minutes. But we know they've made some trades. We know D'Lo's gone, and they went and acquired Dorian Finney-Smith. So I think that some of these minutes changes that we're seeing and the role changes, I think, are sort of the new thing that they're rolling with right now. JJ Redick's been changing things up a little bit for the better, I think. So Daily Grind likes his fantasy score still, even after it got bumped. They like it over 35.5. I decided to just go PRA because he's not that active on defense. So I'll just take the PRA personally, but if you like the fantasy score, you could take that as well. But they have that at a 52.2% odds to hit the over. They like his PRA still at 31 after the bump as well. They have that at a 50.41% odds to hit the over, minus 119. And yeah, that 30.5 was way up at minus 142. That's on Caesars. They've got it at a minus 142 at 30.5. Now just think about that 28.5 that we're getting on Better. So this is why it's good to diversify the platforms you're on. I'm taking it on both platforms because I like it, but man, I was pretty excited to get it at 28.5 on Better. So yeah, if you guys want to check out this app Outlier, it's free to try. They're going to give you a week. They're hooking up all of our viewers. So I love it. You can look at all the different statistical categories. You can look at like last 5, 10, last 20 games, head-to-head matchups. 2024 alone, 2023 alone. You can just look at all of the data, and you can take players in and out of the equation. If you know someone's going to be out, Anthony Davis is a game time decision. I could just click on that just in case he's out. They'll show me what Austin Reeves has done in 2024 without Anthony Davis in the lineup. So you can see this really helps you dive into the details, get really meticulous about it. They cover matchups, injury reports, and insights. They've got this insights tab that's really cool that just shows you plays that the data is saying look good. And they'll point you in the direction. They give you a little note as to why they like it. So go check it out for free. Just sign up through the Outlier link below. Don't need to put in a code. Just sign up, and then we'll hook you up with a week to just try it out, see how you like it. All right, Jordy.
All right. Yeah. So getting into mine here. As you see, I've got this Dalton Connect and Brook Lopez on Better and the other platforms. Full PRA. 16.5 is really good for Brook. There's 17.5 on Prize Picks if you guys don't like the first half stuff. But I'm not afraid of these lines at all. So I'll break down the first half first. Brook Lopez, this is a awesome line. He hadn't been hitting it as much this year because honestly, he was really struggling without Chris Middleton getting it going, scoring. But since Middleton's been back, I mean, he's just been on fire. Over the last 4 games with Middleton back in, he's gone for 19, 22, 15, and 16 first half PRA. So you're talking about his full PRA line at 16.5. It's just he's cashed that in the first half alone in 3 of these games. So I really like this. It's a little bit of a tough matchup. Brooklyn's definitely scrappy defensively. They're a long team. But they don't have Dorian Finney-Smith. They have D'Lo back, but he's not really a defender at all. So, you know, you're talking 13th in points here to centers, 10th in rebounds, 19th in assists. That's a pretty soft matchup considering some of these matchups he's hit this in already. He just played Brooklyn on the 24th of last month, and he went for 22 in the first half. So I'm not really scared of this matchup at all. Head to head, he's hit this 5 out of 6 times. He missed it once early last month. So he missed one last month and he went crazy last month. So it just depends. Like, you know, we take some of these plays, like some of the plays I took that went 0-2 a couple days ago, they had hit those 22 out of like 33 games. So it's like you just can't put a finger on when these guys are going to have an off night. That just happens. It doesn't mean it's a bad play. It just means those guys had an off night. So it is what it is. But I think Brook's got a great shot of hitting this tonight. And his full PRA, if we take a look at that, you can see he's been going nuclear in this category too. 24, 29, 32, and 24 PRA over the last 4 games. So he's just really thrived with Middleton back. He's been getting him heavily involved again. And I didn't really realize that early on in the season. I was like, man, Brook's really struggling. And I was kind of telling Russo this. And then as soon as Middleton came back and he started feeding him the ball again, I was like, okay, well, there's the reason. So you can see, let's just put this in here. Games without Chris Middleton. You can see on the season, he still hit it 13 out of 22 games. But if you do with Chris Middleton, he's hit it 6 out of 10 already with him being back. So he's already on a way better track record of hitting the full PRA. And if you look at the first half here, let's do with Chris Middleton, 6 out of 10 as well. So he's just really getting it going with him in the game. So liking that a lot. On DG, his full PRA at 17.5 is not favored to go over. It's a minus 130 to go under. So let me type it in on here for Better. It doesn't even look like they're showing me the line. But I mean, regardless, there it is. Okay, let's see. So they still are favoring it to go under 16.5. If you don't like it, you don't have to take it. I'm all over it. So that's going to be what I'm taking. As far as Dalton Connect goes, let me pull this up. So Dalton Connect, his regular PRA looks really solid. He's hit this. So we have a little note here. He's hit this in 6 out of 7 games versus bottom 10 defenses. So he's 6 out of 7 on that. Just barely missed it against Detroit there. In the head-to-head, the last time these guys played, he went for 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. So he went for 15 PRA, cashed that. He's hit this 15 out of 32 games. You know, he's almost just a little bit under 50-50 on the year for this. Really solid matchup. You know, obviously a soft matchup all around. 9th in points a little bit tough for him. 19th in rebounds, though, and 26th in assists. So I do like this. And for his first half, let me show you this. Last time he went for 10 PRA in the first half against them, but he's hit his first half PRA 22 out of 32 games. So he's really getting it going in the first half, and he's getting about 12.4 minutes. Sometimes they're taking him out really, really early, so there's a little bit of a risk of him not getting enough minutes here. But as you can see here, over these last like 10 games, he's only had like a 4-game stretch here where he wasn't getting a ton of minutes. He still hit it there, but now he's been getting left in for about 15 minutes. And I mean, 10 PRA, 17 PRA, 13, 7 PRA in the first half. So he really is hitting that first half PRA quite a bit. If we look at his full PRA and what the odds are on it here, it's favored to go under 2 at a -130. So like I said, maybe I'm completely wrong on my narrative here. You know, the odds aren't always right. Sometimes you got to build a narrative of your own and just run with it, right? Sometimes you could take a -165 play and it'll miss on you. So I'm building my own narrative on this one. I like this. I think it's gonna be a fun, high scoring game between them and Portland. The Lakers are trying to get things going, and obviously you know, they've got a couple people out still. Anthony Davis, game time decision. Gabe Vincent, I don't even really know what he's worth at this point anymore, but he's a game time decision as well. But on the other side, no Jeremy Grant, Delano Banton, who is actually a really solid player as a game time decision, and still no Matisse Thybulle, who was looking really solid. So yeah, I'm excited to get into these. These are my 2 plays though. First half PRA stuff for anywhere you can get it on Prize Picks. Haven't really checked the other platforms for the first half stuff, but full PRA stuff on all the other platforms. 12.5 for Connect. I wouldn't go higher than 17.5 for Lopez, honestly, for the full stuff, but that's just me. So yeah, go with your gut, but that's what I'm going with. If you guys want to check out the optimizer from Daily Grind, definitely go do that. It'll help you cash more. I mean, it's awesome. You can see how it works when I type in Lopez. If I take him away, you can see some of the top plays here. They got some golf stuff up there with some crazy odds. But yeah, you can see a lot of these plays and go check it out for yourself. So go to dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR for a 25% discount for as long as you want to lock that in for. So I'm pretty sure it's like you can do like a year long or maybe even longer than that. So definitely go check it out. It's a great time to get into it. And yeah, and then also go check out Chalkboard. Chalkboard's another DFS platform. They're a lot like Parlay Play and Underdog, but they have really, really good multipliers. So you can get up to a high multiplier very, very quickly, and you can bump plays up and down. They run like 6 specials a day, so it's a really, really fun platform to play on to match your specials with. And they have really, really generous specials too, like their multipliers. So they give you like 2x's, 3x's on some of them. So go check them out. They're a lot of fun. Use code BACKDOOR for up to $100 deposit match, and they're going to give you a free play to help you cash your first slip as well. So that's going to cover it all for me.
All right. Well, if you want to come join our Discord, you can take advantage of the Parlay Play promo and sign up. Use code BACKDOOR. Email us. We'll get you in here for a month for free. We cover, I mean, the whole community plays a bunch of different platforms, and we all work together. Guys are always collabing in here, working on slips together. We watch a lot of the games and work on second half slips together. So yeah, if you want to come join us, you can take advantage of that deal, or you can just sign up straight through Patreon. So you just go through Patreon to get signed up. It manages the subscriptions for us. Once you're signed up at Patreon, go into the settings on Patreon. There's a connected apps option in the menu bar, and then you can log in straight from there. If you want to follow us on our socials, we're just at BackdoorFS on TikTok, Instagram, and X. We also have our personal socials down below if you want to follow us individually. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Good luck on tonight's slate, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.